Berapa juta kali?
Hi guys, my name is Natasha. Now I will explain to you about the introduction of peptide hormone. Hormone act as biologic messenger carrying information from one tissue through the blood to a distant tissue. The role of hormone is one of the chemical messenger in the human endocrine system. Peptides are small hormone. Peptides are small proteins that can help to boost naturally occurring hormones which are in charge of the regulation of many biological activity including growth, development, reproduction, the use of energy and storage, electrolytes and water balance. Protein-based hormones, more commonly called peptide hormone, are made up of amino acids which are the structural building blocks of all protein, including the protein we eat. Peptide hormones tend to be globular, meaning that they have a ball-like shape. They also tend to be water-soluble, meaning they can dissolve in and travel easily through the blood. Several important peptide hormones are secreted from the pituitary gland. The anterior pituitary secretes 3. Prolactin, which act on the mammary gland. Adrenocorticotropic hormone, which act on the adrenal cortex to regulate the secretion of glucocorticoids, and growth hormone, which act on bone, muscle, and the liver. The posterior pituitary gland secretes antidiuretic hormone, also called vasopressin and oxytocin. Peptide hormones are produced by many different organs and tissues. However, including the heart, for example, atrionatriuretic peptide, and atrionatriuretic factor, and pancreas, for example, glucagon, insulin, and somatostatin. The gastrointestinal tract, cholecystokinin, gastrin, and adipose tissue store, for example, lectin. That's all from me. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Dr. Amir Firdaus. Today I'm going to talk about the metabolic pathway. Basically, metabolic pathway occurs within our cell. The reactant product and the intermediate of enzyme reaction are called as metabolites, which are modified by a chemical reaction categorized by enzymes. Okay, for the different metabolites, pathways that are categorized by their ability, either synthesis molecule with the utilization of energy or breakdown complex molecule by releasing the energy in the catabolic pathway. The two component catabolic pathway each other in that the energy release from one is used up by the other. The process of catabolic pathway provide the energy to conduct biosynthesis of anabolic pathway. In addition, the two distinct pathways are required for the homeostasis within an organism, and the flux of metabolites through a pathway is regulated depends on the head-out of the cell and the availability or the substance. Pathways are required for the homeostasis within organism, and the flux of metabolites through a pathway is regulated depends on the need of cell and the availability of the substrate. Thank you.
My name is Anha. I will talk about the receptor of the peptide hormone. The receptor of the peptide hormone are located in the plasma membrane. Receptor Structure is a variant. Some receptor consists of a single polypeptide chain with a domain on either side of the membrane, connected by the membrane spanning domain. Some receptors are comprised of a single polypeptide chain that is masked back and forth in the serpentine fashion across the membrane, giving multiplied intracellular, transmembrane, and extracellular domains. Other receptors are composed of multiple polypeptides. For example, the cellular receptor is a disulfide link tetramer with a B subunit. For example, the insulin receptor are disulfide link tetramer with a B subunit spanning the membrane and the A subunit located in the interior surface. I will explain about what the peptide hormone do. Okay, like peptide hormone are synthesized in cell from amino acid according to mRNA transcript, which are synthesized from DNA template inside the cell nucleus. Pre-pro hormone, peptide hormone first sucrose and then proceed in several stages. Typically, in the endoplasmic reticulum, including removal of the N-terminal sequence and sometimes glycosylation, resulting the prohormone. Okay, the prohormone are then packed into membrane-bound secretory vesicle, which can be secreted from the cell by exocytosis, which can be secreted from the cell by exocytosis in response to specific stimuli. Okay, thank you.
Okay guys, so my part is we're gonna talk about mechanism of peptide hormone. Okay, so here is the mechanism. The extracellular messenger, the hormone, combined with a specific receptor on the plasma membrane. Okay, so the formation between hormone and protein complex activates the regulator component of the protein, designed as G protein. Okay, so G protein are named because they are bound to GTP. The binding of hormone to the receptor triggers exchange of the GTP for bound GTP. The hormone and receptor are bind to the G protein and then induce the release of bound GTP, allow GTP to bind. Okay, so the alpha subunit which bind to the GTP dissociate from the beta gamma subunits. Okay, so deactivate G alpha, GTP activate the adenylate cyclase that is exposed to cytoplasm, which causes immediate conversion of cytoplasmic ATP into CAMP. Okay, then the CAMP acts inside the cell to initiate the cellular function before it's itself destroyed. Okay, next, the CAMP elicits many of its effects by activating the protein kinases. These kinases are tetrameric molecule having two regulatory and two psychedelic subunits. This complex has no activity. However, the CAMP are binds to the regulatory and catalytic subunit and catalytic subunits. Then finally, the last one is the catalytic subunit is then transfer a phosphate group from ATP into the different enzyme protein. That's all in the mechanism of peptide hormone.
Okay, so guys, regarding the transportation and the synthesis of peptide hormone, I'll be talking about that. So firstly, hormone will be synthesized as prohormone and then will be cleaved into the to generate the mature form. After that, it will be embedded to the sequence of larger precursor and then will be released by multiple proteolytic cleavage. Okay, so next, and then back to the basic. As we already know, it is a type of hormone which is mainly synthesized in the endoplasmic reticulum. Next, after it is done being synthesized in the endoplasmic reticulum, it will be transported to the GA, Golgi apparatus. After that, it will be packaged into the secretory vesicle for exportation. When it's already ready for the transport, there are two pathways that the hormone will be transported. Firstly is regulated secretion and secondly is constitutive secretion. So there's a difference between these two secretion. Okay, so the regulated secretion. This is the cell. Okay, let me tell you something. This is the cell and this is the hormone. So basically, the cells store the hormone in the secretory granules, and when it is stimulated, it will be burst. In this case, this is where the hormone is being transported, secreted. This is the most commonly used pathway and allows cells to secrete a large amount of hormone over a short period of time, differently to the constitutive secretion. In this secretion, the cell does not store hormone but secrete it from secretory vesicle as soon as it is synthesized. So there is a difference between these two secretions.
For the organism and the
Glucocorticoids.